and a lot of people in general get on this bandwagon about demonizing masculinity, and everything that is masculine is just wrong and it's problematic. And when there's some really beautiful aspects about men and how they function and how they operate, things like, I really wish that females weren't so like they took so much offense to everything. Like, I think that that's something really beautiful that you guys have mastered.
So is that toxic femininity?
No.
Overreactions?
No, I think the reason that they call it toxic is because that comes from, we live in a man's world, and the whole entire world is in male gaze.
I'm gonna ask you a question. Do you think that's true?
What?
That we live in a man's world?
Yeah.
You can explain that a little more. Like, we mean, but we live in a man's world. What means a man's world?
History, for one, and history is very strong there because there are certain patterns that the world follows. We are evolving and changing, and I don't discredit any of that, but I think for the most part, a lot of power is placed in a lot of men, in a lot of hands of men. It is also
placed?
yeah.
Okay.
I don't think Donald Trump has the qualifications for president.
I don't think
that.
You have me up to
but here we are.
You have me to
But here we are.
So that's because he's male?
That's right. That's not because he's male.
I have seen
what I'm saying.
videos. No.
Go ahead.
I have seen videos on YouTube where people have done interviews of people outside Trump rallies, and more than one woman, and they were white, obviously, have said that the presidency belongs to a male. She said that.
Then why did she get the majority vote?
What?
She got the majority vote. He just got the...
Yeah. But my thing is, like, electoral vote, doesn't that represent like an institution within their voting system?
Yeah, right.
So the institution is still...
But I'm saying the American people, though, if you look at the majority, they voted for a woman.
What I would like you to bring up was the fact that, like, if you think about it, things take a while to settle in society. You can't just up and...
change.
Right. So you could have focused on the fact that, like, really and truly nowadays in certain countries, and just the other day in our countries, women were treated like lots.
Yeah.
You used to just got a woman and like, all right, I is a king, but I want to expand my kingdom, so I can marry this woman. And the woman has no say. That was everything about it. That's like 100 years ago, which is really not that long.
But then if you think about the advancements we made in the last 100 years, you cannot compare in any way today to back then.
Of course, but it's still not. It's not going to trickle down to everybody one time.
And the thing about it is,
being in Saudi Arabia, women cannot drive.
Well, that's Saudi Arabia.
Right. A country
but if you talk about Saudi Arabia, I'm talking about, like, for example, in America, in Barbados. Hold on a minute. But I'm talking about
the Western Hemisphere.
The Western Hemisphere. When we look
because that's the context in which that term appears is within our hemisphere,
which I find very strange.
But the fact, right, that you can't. What I'm saying is the fact that all know that existing in the world of today goes to show this does not happen as fast as we think.
And what that also shows, I think that why I said that history is such a big part is because literally history is the foundation. Okay, you can't just shake a foundation how it is. It is set how it is. You know what I mean? So when you build upon that foundation, right, and you raise men and you raise girls, and you know what I mean, they're just turning over the same thing with changes. Yes, and there have been a lot of changes and a lot of advances, and women have stepped into power in certain places. But let's not forget that the system, the institutions, they didn't just get set up 100 years ago. They didn't just get set up 30 years ago. They've been set up. Okay? So, like, they've changed a little bit, you know what I mean, depending on region, depending on tribe, depending on culture. You know, that's how the world goes, you know what I mean? But things are set in stone. Basically.
So you think that male power is set in stone?
Yeah, a lot of it is
Mia Motley, Lynette Eastman, Oprah, Beyonce, Rihanna,
Hillary Clinton. Margaret, stop. Margaret Thatcher. Hold on. You are naming powerful women.
Exactly.
I'm going to start naming powerful women. I'll never stop. So you know,
but
your point.
But obviously the patriarchy isn't as strong as it is.
Yes.
If a woman wants a majority vote in America.
Wait a minute. It's not as strong as it is, but to say it does not exist is very ignorant of you.
I don't think it's ignorant at all.
Marcus.
Okay. Pause. Okay. Investment, attention, and energy goes more into women's development than men's.
Yeah. Why do you think that is?
Because
the world like women more?
No, because society failed men.
Because society failed men?
That's interesting.
Yep. Explain your point, please.
Oh, let me explain the point. Okay. There are affirmative action programs for women, right? There's a 2-to-1 bias for women to get a job in STEM than men. I think that was a study by the Cornell Institute, right? If you look at women's studies, etc., a lot of money gets put into women's development. In every level of education, women are outperforming men, right? Whether it's bachelor's, associates, masters, doctorates, they are outperforming men. Hold on a minute, right? Okay, when it comes to whether it's women's health, blah, 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 all this stuff is done, right? And then look at the trickle-down effect from America, right? Let's look at development in Barbados. Honey Jam. I'm a girl Barbados. Girlfriends Expo. If you look at even how pageants are pushed and how pageants have developed women, and you can see from before pageants to how they are after, how women are developed.
Bring pageants
but pageants have given women a platform and developed women, and it's great, right? Name one equivalent for men.
Wait. I will not do that. But what I will bring to you, right? You know, right after slavery, you had to teach the black people to be human, right? To not be slaves, right?
Yeah. Okay. You have to change your mentality.
Marcus,
don't equate that
please wait.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Please wait and let me talk. 8 years ago, women could not vote. They literally did not have the same. They were not the same level as men. So are you saying we just all right? Live life now. Are you saying you put no effort into helping them?
No. I'm saying give equal opportunity, but I'm saying don't let men fail.
But you can't give equal opportunity after giving for years. You have to level the playing ground. If I was treating you bad and I didn't want it, I just. But I have to give you something good in order to bring us to the same level.
Yeah, but then that's kind of an imbalance. I would say that it should be.
Where is the imbalance?
No, hold on. I'm saying, okay, for example, if you were silent for a long time and I had the chance to speak, right? The resolve to that would not be that you get a chance to speak and I don't speak. It will be that we have an open line of communication.
I agree with
right?
that.
So I'm saying if we level the playing field for men and women across the board, that they all have equal opportunity to do whatever they want, freedom of choice, etc., that is the approach to go. It is not that we just put all of our attention in women to balance it.
I
that's not balancing.
When you bring up the honey jam thing,
right?
Yeah, that is very true. We don't really push.
Yeah. By the way, I'm not saying that that is not a bad thing. I've seen women get developed both from before and after. The changes are enormous and they should keep doing them. I'm just saying I cannot think of any avenue that men have. And then when we look at how irresponsible in bringing about a Caribbean society that men are, we cannot say that society isn't partially responsible for that. We can't just have the mentality.
But the idea that the reason why we help women up is because men have failed that's a very dark way of thinking, B.
No, but it's true. Okay, let me put it this way. Let me put it this way, right? We have this idea that society over the years has spoiled men. Therefore, we should do what we can for women to get forward, right? It is not that society has spoiled men because that allows them to do whatever they want, which is what the argument usually is, right? Which is why men get away with shit, which is usually the argument. It is society has neglected men, which means society has failed men.
What are you basing this on?
What are you talking about, B?
You just said society has neglected men.
Can you name something that, in terms of male development, can you name something that gives men the incentive to...
But you could have asked the opposite question like the other day.
How you mean?
What is something to benefit women? Because everything was just about men.
Yeah, and it was bad, right? But I'm saying that it's bad now too. Right? Just the other way around.
I agree, but it sounds like you're saying I am agreeing with what you're saying.
I'm agreeing with what you're saying right now.
But you were just saying that the reason why is this way is because men have failed.
No. I'm saying that society neglected men, which means that society has failed men.
Okay, I think here's what happened. I think we went through. History is really important. I think historically, a lot of focus has been on men and male development in psychology, in science, in math. Men were being sent to university, and women were not.
At home, they were just home. Exactly.
Okay,
which was the wrong approach.
Exactly, which is the
human
wrong
development.
Approach. Exactly, in general, right? And what happened is that I believe that everything in life is a balance, right? And I think what happened is that a lot of governments realize that women are also an asset. So we have people going into NASA, we have black women going into NASA,
of course,
white women going into NASA. It doesn't. I think what we have to bear in mind is that women have been neglected for far longer than men have been neglected.
True.
And that is not saying that we should just continue to neglect men. I think that balance is really, really important, which is why things like Caribbean masculinity and getting men to open up and talk about what their experiences are and those sorts of things are very, very, very important because I do, to an extent, believe that men have been neglected. Things like those boys on the bus that are stabbing everybody, they have been neglected.
Precisely.
Okay? Nobody's paying attention to them. Nobody's paying attention to their development. Nobody's paying attention to the fact that a lot of them come from broken homes and can't manage it properly. They can't manage and process the anger properly.
And to add to that, sorry, and to add to that, they have. Sorry. This one to add to what you're saying that because there's no avenue for them to channel their energy, it's just a bunch of idle hands.
Yeah, of course.
Right. So anyway, yeah.
So that is clearly seen in society. What I think is there needs to be women's programs and there needs to be men programs, and I think that what we have missed as a Caribbean, well, actually let me not say as a Caribbean, as Barbadians, what we have missed is that children of a certain age need to be growing up apart. So I don't mix in schools and things. Nah.
Wait, what?
Nah. I just say that they need to be separated at a certain part and develop and then come together.
Why?
Because it's really important. Like I think adolescence is very, very important, and that solidifies gender roles. That solidifies a lot of things. Even though there are a lot of theories, Freud, a lot of different theories say that you assume gender role way earlier than adolescence. I think in adolescence is where you really finalize this in your brain. So by about age 15, like you kind of figure it's probably shouldn't be crying like at school. You know what I mean? That's not something that other boys do. That's not something that I want to do because I understand the social consequences of crying in my third form uniform at school. You understand? So what I think needs to happen is that at certain ages, you need to be separated. And even if you are in a mixed school, but you are in different classes, QC, other schools do that. Some schools do that. QC has started to do that. And they're seeing the boys actually start to outperform the girls. And this is just what I think.
I'm kind of hearing for the first time this.
Separating them, kind of, and giving them programs for them individually that works. Like for instance, at Kamilah, we went to